If there's one thing that Capcom themselves missed the mark on in Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter World Iceborne, it's the weapon designs. As we all know, nearly half of the weapon designs in Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter World Iceborne is just a tack-on job where they put a bone or iron weapon and then they put monster parts onto it, and for the most part, they missed the mark on that. However, is there a way for Capcom themselves to actually fix the whole weapon design scenario? Well, kinda? Let's go ahead and find out. Hey everyone, this is Corona once again, back with another video for Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So with today's video, I'm going to be talking about weapon designs and how Capcom themselves could potentially fix some of the weapon designs that they have in Monster Hunter World Iceborne by bringing in some of the unique weapon designs that they had in previous generation games. Now, as we all know, Capcom themselves took a very odd turn with bringing in some of the unique weapon designs that they had in previous games for some weapons, and then other weapons, they stuck with the whole bone/iron, chrome, or whatever you want to call it, template, and then sticking monster parts onto it. And for the most part, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work from my personal perspective. Now, is there a way for Capcom to fix them? Well, potentially. Now, there is one system in Monster Hunter World Iceborne as of right now that could bring in these unique weapon designs, and that is none other than the custom mods upgrade. Now, the custom mods upgrade themselves change the weapons design depending on which mod that you use. So what I'm proposing here, I guess in a way, is that Capcom themselves should utilize the custom mods upgrade to bring in some of the unique weapon designs that we didn't have in Monster Hunter World Iceborne back into Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So put it this way, with the custom mods upgrade, when you go through custom modification of the weapon itself, you go through different appearances of what the weapon would look like. However, it still stays with the whole bone/ore weapon design, it's just sticking other monster parts onto it. Now, first and foremost, the bone/ore weapon design is completely horrid. I'm not gonna lie, that is just the truth at this point. Second of all, when you're modifying your weapon with custom mod upgrades, you're altering it so that it's not a weapon that it originated from anymore, it's a weapon for a different monster. So if you put a Valhazak mod on a Glavenus longsword, it's no longer a Glavenus longsword, it's a Valhazak longsword. So it defeats the purpose of having a unique weapon specifically for a Glavenus to begin with. So overall, the custom mods upgrade is quite a nice touch, but it's just completely and utterly breaking unique weapon designs in Monster Hunter World Iceborne even more as of right now. Now, how could Capcom fix this? Well, what if they add in one final layer of custom mods in Monster Hunter World Iceborne that actually brings in the unique weapon designs from the previous games? I actually did a Photoshop really quickly of the Glavenus longsword taking on the original weapon design that it had in Monster Hunter Generations, and for the most part, this is a potential way that Capcom themselves could bring in the original weapon designs in Monster Hunter World Iceborne without having to break any of the systems that they currently built upon. This is because of the fact that Capcom themselves have already shown that they are more than capable of building upon the custom mods upgrades, and I personally think that doing a true weapon mod where it gives you the appearance of the original weapon from previous generation games is a great way to bring in those unique weapon designs from previous generation games into Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So the Billowing Luger, which is the Glavenus longsword in previous generation games, being brought back to Monster Hunter World Iceborne is a potential now, because the true weapon mod of the Glavenus Spada is the Billowing Luger, meaning that if you hunt a tempered Glavenus, for example, get the materials for it, maybe hunt a tempered Elder Dragon and so on, get those materials, and then you give the one true custom mod, the true weapon mod for the Glavenus Spada, it transforms it into the Billowing Luger appearance. It still maintains the Glavenus Spada name because it is a custom mod, and you can technically revert back to it because that's how custom mods work, but the final appearance of the weapon itself will take on the original appearance that it had from Monster Hunter Generations. And I think this is the best way that Capcom themselves could bring in these unique weapon designs that they had in previous generation games into Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Now, there is going to be a bit of work on Capcom's side on this because they will need to work on bringing those previous weapon designs into higher definition for Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter World Iceborne. And alongside this, certain weapons that did not exist in previous generation games will need to have new models made for them to make them more unique for Monster Hunter World Iceborne. But overall, I think this is the best compromise that Capcom can do without having to break whatever system they've already built upon, because the custom mods upgrade is something that they can build even more into. They've shown that they can do it by adding more modifications previously, and for the most part, this is the best way to bring in some of those unique weapon designs. Remember the Nargacuga dual blades? Well, custom mod upgrade into the original hidden blades. Awesome! As you can see, this is the best way that Capcom can do it, and not only that, they are actually expanding the endgame content that we have for Monster Hunter World Iceborne. As soon as you're done with the whole modification system in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, you've augmented your weapon to its fullest. That is pretty much it. And there's nothing really else to do other than get a new weapon and then try and upgrade that afterwards, because you can actually revert the weapon upgrades on these particular custom mods. So for the most part, giving people something to work towards, which is the unique weapon designs that they had previously, is a great way to add a little bit more into the endgame of Monster Hunter World Iceborne. I mean, they've already fixed, to a sense, the whole layered armor issue that we had, in that we had very limited layered armor. They are updating the layered armor system to have more layered armor, hopefully having the master rank stuff in as well, meaning that they've already expanded the endgame on the armor side of things. Now, if they do bring in these unique weapon designs via custom mods in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, they're now expanding the weapon design side of things. So at the end of the day, I think this is the best way for Capcom themselves to really fix the issue of unique weapon designs. But that is pretty much it for me for this video. What do you think is the best way for Capcom to actually fix the weapon designs? Do you think this is a potential compromise, or is there any other methods that Capcom can do in order to fix these weapon designs? But that is pretty much it for me for this video. If you enjoyed these videos, please feel free to leave a like on the video itself, as well as subscribe to the channel, so you can go ahead and catch up on any other videos that I might be doing for Monster Hunter World Iceborne, or any other games that I might be playing at the time. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Onward and upward.